everybody. I'm going to try and shoot this video. I'm try not to have my neighbors drown me out here. It's a nice day out, so everybody's out. But what my intention was is to shoot a quick buyer's guide reference for this axe. This is the Gränsfors Bruks American felling axe and the curved handle and the 31-inch length. And it took me a long time to pull the trigger on buying this, and one of the reasons is it's hard to find information on it. There's not a lot of reviews. You know, there's plenty of pictures. There's a couple videos on YouTube, but nobody's actually, and I'm not calling this review because I'm not telling you how good the axe chops. It's an axe. I mean, it chops. I mean, I don't, you know, other than the fit and finish, I don't know what more you could say about it. So in lieu of that, if it's something you're considering buying, I like to have a lot of specifications and information. The reason being, if I have a lot of measurements on here, I can construct it in my hand. You know, I can make an object in my head with it. Use measurements. You know, I can find out how big it is. Is it what I'm looking for? Things like that. I'm a very specific person, if that makes any sense. So it was kind of a nightmare because there's no. I mean, other than what you get, 31-inch, 3.3 head, 5-pound overall weight. That's all you get. You don't get anything else. And maybe consider this somewhat of a buyer's guide. I like the little measurements. How thick is the pole? How wide is it? How tall is it? What's the space between the back of the eye to the end of the pole? The front of the eye to the right to the edge. How thick is it about halfway to the bit? How thick is how thick is it? How tall is it? Same with the cheeks here. This is just information I like to have. With all those measurements, you can literally create one, so to speak, and get a real feel for it if it's something you want to spend the money on. You know, this axe is $180, give or take a few bucks either way. Generally, you can find free shipping on it, which is kind of nice. But it is a lot of money, and I like to have as much information as possible before I make an investment, because really that's what it is. Just to give you some of these measurements that I'm talking about here, I'm going to give you from the bottom of the handle to the top of the eye, and that's 31.4 inches to the eye. If we're going up here to the top of the handle where it protrudes out the top, we're going with 31.6. And I'm going to give you these measurements in American Standard. You guys can do the conversions if you want millimeters or centimeters. I'm going to give it to you in point 1 through 9. So in our case, point 0.4, 0.6. There's millions of conversion calculators on the internet you can use, and you can get the measurements you're looking for if you're looking for it in metric. So I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to convert these myself, but in the description I'm not going to do any of that. So like I said, bottom of the handle to the top of the axe head, 31.4 inches. To the top of the handle here, 31.6. Now that's, you know, I really don't need any more length for that. So I'm going to bring it in. Now it's toted as a 4.5 inch handle. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. A 4.5 inch edge. And it is very accurate. You can see 4.5 at 5 inches exactly. So that's good. You know, there's a lot, they're holding the standards. With something forged, and honestly, it really is handmade. Sure, they use some forged dies, but it's still a man putting in there. There's bound to be some approximation, quote unquote, that word, when it comes out in the end. And the same goes for the weight too. It's toted as a 3.3 pound head, give or take an ounce or two in every other direction, right? So, of course, the length ain't exactly perfect either. So let's move up. Let's just move down the axe, and then we'll move along the top. If we go up the bit, halfway between where the eye starts and the edge is, try to do this so you can see it, about 3.5 inches, give or take, right in the center here, if that helps. Now before the cheek here, 3 inches exactly, right here. And that seems to carry over to the back of the cheek here, just at the top of the pole. And the pole stays at 3 inches all the way through the top. And of course, it's not, you're not going to see it perfectly, but you know, you see I'm not giving you fake measurements or anything like that. Hopefully the high def will pick up on this too. So 3 inches, the length of the pole. If we go up the back, my particular pole is 1 inch exactly up and down the whole thing. The forging is very even, so that makes me happy. I have a real issue with symmetry. Some other measurements, and like I said, without a cameraman, this becomes kind of irritating and difficult. I'll try to come into focus here. I've got just over 0.5, about 0.6 of an inch right here from the back of the eye to the end of the pole, and a little bit more at the bottom here to be expected. The head is obviously forward a little bit. Not so much important here, but you get the measurement here. Now the front of the eye to the right up to the edge, 3.5 inches exactly. And to give you some idea how thick the bit is, bring this in camera again. About halfway up. If I measure it here, thickness of the bit, 0.4 inches. Right there, and of course it tapers off. The walls here, honestly, they're about 1/8, a little over 1/8 of an inch, and that's almost exactly even on both sides. Something I look for, just because, like I said before, I'm tedious about symmetry, is even forging on the head. That shows me quality, you know, standards and things like that. It shows me that one side is going to be more stressed than the other through years of use. And I have seen eyes deform from that. So I'm not going to give you any specs on the handle as far as thickness or anything like that. Handle is preference. You get it the way you get it, and you can change it. I've already begun to change this. I've gone through one sanding session with it. I'm starting to remove some of the logo. I'm going to do another one. I definitely want a slimmer, more traditional looking handle. It'd be nice to get them that way when you buy them, but honestly I don't mind putting that in because I get it right where I want it. So, you know, axe handles it seems like they're getting thicker and thicker. So I hope that helps. I've covered every measurement on the pole, from the top down, the edge, the length, and like I said, on the weight, approximately overall 5 pounds. Feels like mine might be a little less. They say the head's 3.3. I feel like mine is probably a little bit less. I don't have a scale, so unfortunately I can't help you with that, guys. But like I said, there's going to be some variation there with a forged item like this. Other than that, I have lots of pictures of the axe. I'll just throw them at the end of the video for you. I do have my SFA with me, the Scandinavian Forest Axe, 25-inch handle. There's so much information on this one. There's no point in me doing a buyer's guide video for this. It would really be pointless. But, you know, of course there is scale, if that helps. Right now, bottom of the handles are even, and this is where it sets. Of course, it's about a 2-pound head, give or take. Definitely a different feeling axe when you go up to something this big, but I tell you, it's still, as you've seen in the video, it's still one-handable. At least it is for me. The SFA is, this is such a light axe to me. It's really like, it feels like a hatchet to me now. And of course you get used to things like that. I can use one-handed all day. It's really not a problem. It's just a personal preference. I wanted a bigger axe for bigger work, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, to be honest with you. And you're going to see it in a lot more videos, but I hope this video will help for you people that are stuck like me that just got to have more information. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know I rambled on for about 9 minutes, but I hope it helped. So talk to you later.